Earlier this morning, we got a first look at Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead, and FYI, this is a series that has been on my radar for a good while, and to kind of clarify how long, I even have the manga volumes of the series, Volumes 1, Volumes 2, Volumes 3, and Volumes 4 of Zom 100. It's a series that, despite me owning 4 volumes of it, I have yet to actually read. However, it is something that, like I said, I have kept my eye on. It's something that I have been wanting to read for a while, because I am someone that does love a good zombie manga slash anime, if done right, because, like, there is so many different ways to really explore that theme and topic, that type of world setting, but oftentimes, a lot of people opt out and they just do the very stereotypical, normal stuff that you would see, but there is a rare case to where you can find a hidden gem in the zombie genre of manga and anime and other type of series. So Zom 100 is definitely a series that I've been aware of, and it is definitely something that has been recommended to me multiple times in the past, which is the reason why I even picked up the manga volumes to begin with. So to fast forward to today, to make sure we're all on the same page, a trailer came out, an official trailer came out, revealing our first look at the anime, which I'm going to talk about this in a second, telling us the studio that is working on it, which is called Bugs Film. We get some of the staff members that have worked on series in the past. I'll talk more about this in a second. So we got quite a bit of information, honestly, for Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. So what is this about? I guess that is the first thing that should be stated before anything else. Obviously, as I kind of already implied, the series is a zombie series, but the thing is, the take on this story, despite if you look at this trailer, like if you watch it and you see the way it's conveyed to the audience, it has this very dark, grim tone to it. It is actually a very colorful and a very vibrant and comedy-enriched series. The reason how I know this is someone that hasn't actually really started the manga, I read the first chapter, and I know how the main character is, I've seen the comedy and kind of the way it's written, and it's definitely something that actually interests me. And it's more of a like, the world is messed up, though, the world is surrounded by zombies, it's dark, gritty, and everybody's having an awful time, but you have, like, our MC that is legitimately enjoying himself in this environment, because he feels like the life he was living up to this very point was just basically worthless. So, it's a very interesting premise, and I do like Zom 100 for that, which is another reason why I've been actually wanting to read it. Now, to also talk about basically what the series is, or, like, who is working on it, Bugs Film. It is a new studio that recently kind of started up. They're relatively new. Like, they haven't actually worked on anything before, so you can see it right here. The only thing that they've actually are going to be working on is literally Zom 100. This is their debut series that they're working on. However, the staff that's working on it is what we should keep our eye out on. So this is the director of the series. Here, I'll click on the show and all that. As you can see, we have the director, the person that's doing the music, we have the character designer, we have the series composition, we have, like, the assistant director, we have that. So, going into the actual director, this is what the director of this anime, Zom 100, has worked on. So, he's, like, directed Komi-san, we've seen him do, Bungo to Alchemist, he's done some Beyblade stuff, Yokai Watch, he's doing Zom 100. Some of these series, some of you will recognize, but maybe they're not that big for everybody to know. Only Komi-san is probably one that really sticks out to a lot of people. However, if we move over into, let's say, the series composition, which is this individual, I'm going to click right now. This series, oh wait, no, yeah, here it is. So the series composition, he's worked on the script of Shingeki no Kyojin, episode 3, 5, 7, 10, 11, 15, 17, 18, 23, which that's already impressive. I mean, regardless of how you feel about Attack on Titan or whatever, the anime looks really good. So, obviously, writing the script and all that, pretty decent. Also doing, season 2 as well. Jujutsu Kaisen, so he's worked with Studio Mappa. He's worked with Mob Psycho. This man obviously has quite the track record, like Kill la Kill. He's done Kakegurui. He's done Gurren Lagann. I mean, this man has his, like, hands kind of set in almost everything, good and bad. I mean, even Rosario Vampire, as you can see here. So, if we back up, up and we go into the assistant director. This individual right here worked on key animation for Summertime Renderer, and some of these individuals that are working on this, project, Zom 100, are people that actually have worked on Summertime Renderer. Basically, the episode, the very infamous, or not infamous, the very famous episode, episode 15 with the school battle scene. If anyone watched that series, you will recognize, like, the work of this individual. They worked on Summertime Renderer and one of the best scenes of the entire anime. So, obviously, the staff that is working on Zom 100 and the actual studio Bug Films, they're legitimately a good studio so far. It seems like the staff they have is pretty good. It doesn't seem necessarily like there is anything to worry about when it comes to this production. So let's talk about the overall trailer. When it comes to the trailer that is presented today, that came out, it's really beautiful. The vibe, the tone, everything about it legitimately looks really good. Everything I've seen basically from the manga, like when you look at like these covers and all that, like I'm showing right here, the cover is very vibrant, very, very, very colorful. Like, I mean, when you look at this trailer, you can see the colors and stuff are like very similar. Like you can definitely see they got a lot of the tones from like the manga cover art in the trailer, which I think is really good, because if there's one thing that always drew me to Zom 100 was definitely the colors of like the volumes, the color pages, etc. So I do like the tone that this PV actually does. Now, once again, I do want to point out, the overall trailer paints the world in a very dark, depressing nature, because it's obviously a world filled with zombies. But then you have at the end where the character is basically saying like he's very happy and excited because his world has opened up to him. He was crushed by life around him before he actually became what he is now. For instance, being able to be in a world surrounded by zombies. He doesn't need to do a normal office job or anything like that. He legitimately could just do whatever he wants now, since, he doesn't necessarily need to go to work. So it's a legitimately interesting series. Definitely something, like I said, I've been keeping my eye on, no pun intended, with this visual for a while. And I'm actually really excited because, I mean, like, once again, when you look at the staff, the studio that's working on it, it's a no-name studio. But when you dive into it and you look at the staff, it's like, oh, hey, Casca, how you doing? But when you look at the actual staff and all that, it's like, okay, that's, this definitely seems like a very strong cast that is working on said show. So yeah, I mean, Zom 100, I think, is a series that we should keep our eye on. Definitely something that's probably going to turn out to be one of the best shows of the year, actually. And if you haven't actually read the title of this video, it's coming July 2023. So basically, like, literally this year. Like, in the middle of this year on summer season, we're getting Zom 100. It's very possible that, we could get Mushoku Tensei alongside of this. On top of that as well, this means that Bleach is going to be airing alongside of Zom 100. So it's already going to be an interesting season just knowing that alone. So yeah, I just wanted to bring this to everybody's attention, let everybody aware of Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. Keep your eyes set on this, because this is probably going to be a really good show. So I'll leave it at that. If I brought you any information, knowledge, or entertainment, do leave me a like, and also leave a like for Casca as well. She made a rare appearance in a video. She decided to not be, antisocial and actually jump up here while I'm recording. But with that, be safe, stay healthy, Chibi out.